Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmick. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I will be doing a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's get into this message. All right. Um, while I'm shuffling, I do want to just say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy and helping to co-create these messages. I really do appreciate it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I do love bringing these messages through. And I wouldn't be able to do it without you. So thank you. All right. And also thank you for the support on the channel. The likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and the donations all really do help out. So thank you, thank you. And okay, so right before I hit record, I tapped into the energy a little bit and I got a rush of excitement. So there's something going on right now where it's really exciting, but there's also this dual aspect where it's like exciting, but it's also scary. Um, and that's normally indicative of do that thing. Follow that feeling. If it excites you and scares you at the same time, that's normally a sign that it's gonna be good. What's look at that one? Okie dokie. We've got caring connections. And the seat. What? Okay. And the angel of strength. Okay. So, okay. What I'm picking up from this energy is there is somebody that you have your eye on. There's somebody that I'm really picking up a romantic thread of energy. So we're just gonna go with it. And if other energies come up, I'll talk about it. But I'm really picking up a romantic thread. So let's go. Um, basically, what I'm picking up from this is that there's somebody you have your eye on, and there's I feel like you're looking at this person as though they're the one, basically. Like this is your person, and that's how you're viewing them. And there's a lot of mental anguish around the situation. I feel like there's a lot of subconscious stuff coming up to the surface around it. This deceit card is really bringing through like self deceit. Um, I don't feel like the person that you have your eye on is deceitful. I don't feel like there's something that you need to be worried about with them. I'm picking up a very I just heard clean energy, which is kind of a weird way to put it, but it makes sense in this in the context that this person feels like they are operating from a place of authenticity. And when you are dealing with somebody who is operating from a place of authenticity, this deceitful stuff it doesn't align with authenticity. So I don't feel like this person is in this energy where you need to be worried about it in any way. What I feel like is happening is there's a lot of this like mental prison kind of stuff where you're trapped in your head. You're thinking all these thoughts of, this there's no way this person would want me to. There's no way I'm good enough for this person. Things like that. That's what I feel like is going on right now. And with the angel of strength coming out, this is an energy that is around you right now. And you're being asked to really step into this strength energy and do what you are perceiving from the human mind or the ego mind is the hard thing. Confirmation. Um, okay. What else is going on? Okay. We've got attachment. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. There's a message in the guidebook for us. Let's see. Perceived need and the choice to let go. Okay. All right. So this card reveals that your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. The chain at your wrist is bolted to fear from the past or desperation about the future. Although you may wear the mask of pretense or even contentment, you simply can't seem to go forward. The stuff that's keeping you stuck could be physical addictions, emotional patterns, or even old relationships. Are you living in fear, addicted to old unhealthy habits, or desperate about the future that you're unable to be happy now? If so, the chains that bind you could be of your own making. This card is telling you it's time to take action. You need to break out of your chains and move forward to an open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. It may take some courage and effort to let go, but know that you are capable of doing it. Until you do, the difficult energy will just repeat itself, keeping you stuck. Okay, so yeah, this kind of goes in with this self deceit that I was picking up on as well. Maybe there is like vices and addictions and things of that nature that are a factor. I feel like for a lot of you, it's really this mental anguish. It's really these attachments to old ideologies, outdated programs and limiting beliefs and things like that that are keeping you stuck. They're keeping you in this kind of mental anguish energy. And then that's part of this, like, you have this energy around you, this angel of strength energy around you. Tap into that. And, sometimes it's gonna be just pushing yourself forward and, kind of tapping into that bravery energy and being scared, but doing it anyways. Now, of course, you know, use your own intuition. Don't do anything, I'm not telling you to go do something wild and crazy. It's the energy of like, if you're sitting here, let's use this as an example. So if you're sitting here and you're in this energy of like, I'm not good enough for this person would never want me, so on and so forth. It's one of these, like, tap into this strength energy and communicate with them anyways. Even though it might scare the shit out of you, do that thing. Um Especially if it's got that dual energy around it. If it's that it's scary, but there's also a part of you that is just lit up thinking about it, that's a sign. That's a sign to really pull in this strength energy and pursue that. Um, okay. So I don't really know what that has to do with this. Okay, we've got the yin yang card. Now, this is about balancing the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within the self. It's also talking about a divine counterpart. So this can be a very high level soulmate. This can be a twin flame. Just whatever it is that you resonate with, whatever journey you are personally on. This is really, really signaling to me that this person that you have your eye on, there is a deep, deep, deep soul connection. And that is why you're being so pulled towards this person. That's why there's such a magnetism between the two of you. And it's really this kind of ego, human, limiting belief, lack mentality stuff that is stopping you from moving towards this person. Um, and then with the thinking woman, I don't know how that goes into this. Um, So it's a feminine energy of wisdom or understanding. So this could be a friend who helps you express and understand your feelings. It could be a teacher brought to your life at this time to take you in a new direction. It could also be a new love interest with a feminine who is thoughtful, conscious, and aware. This also could represent a side of yourself that's ready to blossom and bring clarity and assistance to the world. Find your voice and let your wisdom shine. So what I'm picking up, um, if you are a masculine, if you are more in that masculine polarity, we all have divine feminine and divine masculine energy within us. It's just what polarity you tend to gravitate towards more dominantly. So if you are masculine, I feel like this is how you're viewing your counterpart right now is very intelligent, very well versed is what I heard. And that might be part of what is intimidating you from moving towards this person. If you're just viewing them in this light. Um, it's kind of one of those types of things like I need to have everything on lock before going towards this person. And part of that, yes, there is an element of healing some of these wounds, maybe, healing an attachment style, something like that, or working through some of those before going towards this person. There's also an element of it being more just eh, kind of a it's kind of that self-deceptive energy that's telling you like I have to do all these things. I have to have every single duck in a row before I can go towards this person and make an offer. And there's this energy of like, you're probably going to be asked to do some things, but you don't need to be perfect and healed and whole and all of that before going towards this person. It's one of those like we're never truly fully healed, we're never fully done. It's a process, it's a journey, and coming into union with somebody that has this, this level of a soul connection with you, the energy that you two are going to bring to each other is going to help radically speed up this process anyways. If you are a feminine, then I feel like this is your energy and you maybe are a little stuck in your head at the moment and thinking a lot and kind of ruminating. And the message there would be to do your best to kind of release some of that energy, pull into your body, into the present moment, and continue to stay in your receptive energy and allow your divine counterpart to make their way towards you. Okay. What else can we bring through? Okay, go. Blossoming abundance. Yeah, so there's something to this connection that is going to help you with your physical world as well, with your physical manifestations as well. So there's definitely a lot of potential in this connection. It's a balance. It's a balanced connection. It's very much it's reciprocal. In these types of connections, this is the type of person that can see you fully and can help you to continue to tap into your most authentic version, and then you do the same thing for them. It's very reciprocal, it's very mutually beneficial. It's also very activating, and it's very much like you both need to be in the energy of being willing to continue to tap into your most authentic self, the highest version of yourself, and go through some of these painful things like clearing emotional wounds and healing old traumas and things like that. And that's just a part of the journey to continue to be your most whole, authentic self that you can be in any given moment. So there's a lot of potential in this connection. Doing tarot, that one. Okay, get into the tarot. All right. What else wants to come through about this situation? Mhm. Right. Paused it for a minute to get a drink really quick before I dove into the tarot. And what I heard was this connection is so much bigger than just you and this other person. This connection is what I heard was the world is waiting for you. So this is, especially when you're talking high level counterparts, these are connections that literally anchor in new energy onto the planet. So there's so much more than just you two coming together and being in some sort of union. And again, it doesn't always have to be romantic. I am feeling that this feels like more of one of those traditional situations where maybe you come together and get married and blend families, have kids, that kind of thing. I am feeling that there is a level of traditionality. I don't know if that's a word, but um there is kind of like an element of it being a traditional looking union on the outside. um the thing is with it is it's one of those two awakened souls coming together, and or I should say two humans coming together in an awakened state that are committed to the path, that are committed to the journey, that are willing to work together to help each other be their highest version in any given moment. There is something energetically massively powerful about that that supersedes just you and this other person and your family, or families. It's so much bigger than just that. And so that's where really tapping into the strength energy and really facing some of this self-deceit stuff kind of head on, and really getting honest with yourself about what it is that's holding you back, and really diving into that and clearing that and releasing those limiting beliefs and all of that. It's I mean, it's like bliss on the other side of that. Two of Wands. Okay. So this is really about like picking a path. Um, yeah, it's one of those you've been at this, and this has come up in the readings quite a bit recently, where you've been at the fork in the road, or you're coming up on the fork in the road, and you are now at the point, or very, very close to it, where you are going to be basically put into a position where you have to pick. You have to choose and decide and use your free will to decide if you are going to go this path or if you're going to go this path. And so I feel like what it is it's one of these like, are you going to choose the soul aligned path that is going to require you to go through things like an ego death and stuff of that nature, and really go deep within and do a lot of this inner work, this healing, this uh these activating situations and really choosing to ascend? Or are you going to pick the path of comfort and safety? And it's perceived. It's a perceived path of comfort and safety, and it's just because it's known. And so are you going to pick the unknown path that has unlimited potential, or are you going to pick the safe path that you already know where it goes because you've already been doing it? And with that, with the high priestess, you're really being guided to listen to your intuition and to follow your intuition when it comes to picking this path. And then we've got the moon. Oh, jeez. Oh, shit. Was that actually in reverse? Because it totally flipped. It is in reverse. Okay, so the moon talks about things hidden coming to light. Okay, it can indicate a feeling of uncertainty, feeling restless and torn between two paths. Um, okay. So it's also talking about a time of flux and change. Neither good nor bad. It simply is asking you to look carefully at the reflection in the water. What hidden secrets will it reveal if you are daring enough to gaze directly at the moon's face? So, what I feel like is happening because it is in reverse, I feel like you're still in that indecision energy where you know you have a choice to make. You know you have two major life path options for you at this time, and you are still choosing to stay in indecision. And it's one of those, indecision is still a choice. And so you're choosing to stay kind of in this indecision energy because there's those limiting beliefs that come up. There's those, the naysaying aspect of the mind that's like, this is too good to be true. There's no way it could be that good. Blah blah blah. Um, and so I really feel like you're really being guided to assess that, and then to just kind of ignore that inner talk when it comes up. And you can even address it and just like, I hear you. I know you're trying to keep me safe and in the known, and I'm going to go ahead and let, my higher self take the wheel. And we're going to be good. We're going to be safe, and all of that. The unknown is scary, and that's okay. We're going to do it anyways. Um yeah. Okay. And it could also be some of these attachments in this self-deceit is so ingrained that you aren't fully seeing it for what it is, that it's just it's limiting beliefs that are attempting to keep you on the safe path. And then what we've got over here is the 10 of cups and the four of wands. So this is what is available to you on one of these paths, and it's going to be the path that you choose that is the one that you're following your intuition on. What this talks about, the four of wands is literally the union or reunion card. It can indicate like a wedding, or just a commitment to be with a certain person for, you know, life, basically a long period of time. The 10 of cups is, it's complete emotional fulfillment. It's like the happily ever after card in the tarot. Um It's being with the love of your life and just experiencing life with that other person. And of course, we're humans. There's going to be stuff that comes up, but for the most part, this is the energy of like 80% of the time it's good. It's fulfilling. It's exciting. Yeah, it's really, about being with the love of your life, that type of energy. And then with the Knight of Swords, this is about communication. It's about it's fast moving, and it's about really communicating your truth. Um, and maybe that's what you're being guided to do. Maybe you're being guided to really step into your authenticity and speak your truth to somebody. We're still going. Alrighty dokie. What else? What else wants to come through? We've got the Seven of Cups. And so this is about having lots of options. And what I heard is for some of you, you're viewing the person that you are desiring as having a lot of options. This could also be about you having a ton of options. And it's almost that what is it? It's like decision paralysis. It's that there's so many options available and I don't know which one to choose. Or it yeah, yeah, okay. And the world. Okay, what's funny is when I was actually looking at it right before I flipped over the world card, I heard like if I had to choose one, what am I going to choose? Am I going to choose um financial stability? Am I going to choose security and safety and this and that? Or it's almost this energy of like I have to pick one, and which one do I want? So what in my life is the top priority? Is it financial security? Is it staying on this path of safety, perceived safety and security? Or is it, like the love of my life? And what I heard was, what if you can have it all? And then right when I heard, what if you can have it all, I flipped over the world card, which is completion. And it's literally the energy of like having it all. It's, yeah, it's very much this. Yeah, I heard happily ever after again. Um, and so I feel like that's kind of part of this is it's one of those like by going towards the love of your life, basically, you can have it all. You don't have to pick that or financial security or whatever. It's one of those you can have it all. It is available to you. And it's not too good to be true. It's not an illusion. It's legitimately you can have it all. And you're just being asked to make that decision. Use your free will to make that decision, to pursue it, if that's what you want. Or you can choose the safe and known and secure path, and what you're getting with that. And so if that brings you joy and peace, and you're like, I'm going to keep doing this, and maybe I'll meet somebody different, and life will be good, then do that. If it's one of those when you think about doing the safe, secure path that I feel like it's a path that you've already been on. And so if you feel if you're looking at that and you're kind of looking down the line a little bit and you're like, okay, if I stay on this path, this is generally what it's going to look like. This is generally what it's going to feel like. If that brings you joy and peace and that's what you want to do, then choose that one. if you're looking at it and you're looking down into that future potential, and there's a part of you, you'll kind of feel, if it's not really what your soul is asking you for, you'll feel an um it's like a discomfort almost. It's maybe it's not bad, but it's an unfulfilled energy. And so if you're looking down the future path of that option and you're feeling discomfort, you're feeling discontent. There we go. You're feeling discontentment and just like, I mean, yeah, but you know, I know what I'm getting, and it'd be good, and there's workarounds for different things to get my needs met and so on and so forth, and yeah, it'll be good. But then there's the part of you that's like, it doesn't light you up. It's not exciting. And then you choose to kind of look at this other path that has all these unknowns, where you're really going to be required to put yourself out there and face rejection, is what I just heard. If and so that's scary. Like, no, there's really not many people who are like, yeah, I want to put myself in situations to potentially be rejected because it feels good. Like, most people are like, no. But when you put yourself out there like that, and there's all this potential, and then you're thinking about it, and there's a part of you that is lighting up about it, that's excited about it, even though it might be a little scary, but it's exciting, then that's your intuition and your soul, your higher self, whatever divine forces you work with. That is your guidance saying, follow that path. That's what leads to soul fulfillment. Um, and beings that you're here and you're watching this, I feel like you are already committed to the self growth path, whatever you want to term it, the spiritual path, the emotionally, the emotional healing path, the self growth path, whatever you want to call it. Um, I feel like you've already pretty much decided that that's the path you're going to take. And so now you're at this point where the universe is kind of like, are you actually going to walk that path? Because it requires an energy of strength and bravery and putting yourself out there and starting over sometimes, and um releasing attachments to things that used to bring you validation and comfort. It's there's a good bit of stuff that is very unknown on this path, but it's very, very rewarding, and it's very, it's soul fulfilling. So it's kind of one of those, like, which path are you going to choose? Are you going to choose the path that leads to potentially all this beautiful bliss, or are you going to stay the safe path? That's it's entirely your choice, right? Like, it's your life. You've got free will. You get to choose. And so it's one of those, this message is really coming through to show you the potentiality of what is available to you if you choose to continue to walk the path and to really bravely put yourself out there in some way. Well, with that, I feel like yeah, I feel like that's all that really wants to come out with this right now. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. I hope this resonates and helps in some way. If so, you can let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. You can also hit that like button. Both of those really do help out the channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, feel free to hit subscribe. It is free, and I will see you on the next message. Bye.